Evening. My name is Mpumelelo. Welcome to this edition of Soweto Today. Tonight, we're joined by Mpumelelo Buthelezi, who is the founder of the Boys Mentorship South Africa Foundation, as well as Tato Mba, otherwise known as Titi Mba, who is the founder of the Amatimer Wellness Network. Gentlemen, thanks very much for taking the time. Good evening. Welcome to the show.
Evening, my brother. Evening, Tibos.
Much appreciated. Titi, before we get into, the work that you do as an organization, Mpumelelo, I want to bring you into this conversation, maybe just to, tell us about your organization, the Boys Mentorship South Africa, the work that you guys do.
Boys Mentorship South Africa, it's an organization that was established 2012. We are mentoring young men just to groom them to become the men that we need in the society. We know that most of the young boys, they grow up without a father figure in their lives. So nobody is showing them the way, should they take, and how to become a man. So we come to the space just to help them to say, these are the things that when you talk about a man, because young men, they will be fathers in tomorrow. So if they are not groomed today, what kind of fathers are we going to have? So that we come into that space just to make sure that we've got the fathers we need in the future.
But this question is more of, looking at, obviously you have explained the reasons for starting organizations such as yourself. I mean, recently we did an interview speaking to a lot of experts within, the issues of mental health and stuff. And they've highlighted a very important thing, saying that men bottle things up. As you said, it might be the issue of ego sometimes, or just the society itself. But why was it necessary for organizations such as yourselves to exist?
No, to me, it's based on myself. Initially, I'm correcting the mistake that I've made. So, when you're growing up, there's nobody in front of you that's showing you the way. So there are many mistakes that I have made that if there was somebody that would direct me, I could have avoided them. So I end up being on drugs, end up living on the street before God gave me the second chance to bounce back in life. So when I came out of the street, 2007, 2009, I started a campaign, the drug awareness campaign, to say, if you are involved on drugs, this is the way that maybe you may end up. So from that campaign, the Boys Mentorship Program was born, because now we've got many young men that are coming before us, and they said, okay, how can you help us? Then when we working with them, so we needed to create a program. So it's okay, a once-off thing does not help, but if they involve in the program, let's say for a year, we know to teach them how to make the right decisions, how do they take their choices. So all those kind of things, we've been running it up until now. We see moving from one city to another, implementing the program, because basically we know what pushes boys to drugs. We know what pushes boys to the street, because we've been there.
Maybe you want to weigh in on that, also looking at the issue of the environment itself.
We are raising lions, I might just put it that way, because take for instance, there's supposed to be 4 areas where men are being trained. At home, church, society, and sports. So home has failed, church has failed, society has failed. Now men, they are flocking into sport, and sport does not have programs to groom them to become the man that is needed. So now a boy's got talent and now is broken or is angry. All those things that are happening to him is driving to not to become a better man. As my brother said, okay, there's no template to say, I want to become like this. If I want to define a man as a boy, okay, what is a man? What should I become? Who should I example to say, I see my brother, now I want to be like him. So they don't have a point of reference. So lacking the point of reference, it gives them a problem to say, they don't know what exactly who should they become. Again. So coming on this platform, having we follow them, we saw them, okay, these are the programs that we watch with the boys, okay, so all those things, they are helping to have an organization like Amatimer he may not know. We follow him, we watch his show with the boys. So I think if every man can stand up and say, I take one boy to make sure to say, even if it's not my child, but I have to contribute to him, because we need someone who will hold them with the hands to say, this is the way to go.
The lack of attention and grooming of a boy-child course.
It's neglected. Boys are neglected. And if you check one, a boy does not know his father. Secondly, there is no program for him in the society. Thirdly, many things that are happening, they say it's for a girl child. This boy just come on earth, does not know anything. So boys are paying the sins of their fathers to say men will already have that life that they have before. But now we need to focus on the boy, on the girl child. So focusing on the girl child is not wrong, it's good, but it should be a balance. Focus on these young men, because now if they feel neglected and nobody's taking care of them, and one, they've got issues that are bottling up, as my brother is saying. So one, in that the boy does not have a platform where he can speak to say, this is how I feel. Because one of the things that we normally talk with the boys, how do you feel if you have never met your father? So all those challenges that they face, nobody is there for them. So we create these platforms where we call it Ringamjita. So where we sit down every weekend with the boys in different parts of Tembisa. So that's where we create those platforms to say, okay, we are there for you. If you have a problem, just call and then we will come to you. Or you come to the space where we sit down with them, and then they come up with say, okay, they're the solution that we think it can work for me as a person or as individual. So these things, they affect not boys emotionally only, psychologically. Most of them, they cannot even perform well at school because the challenge is at home, in the society, and even in the school. And the absence of a male figure in their life, even if it's not the biological father, somebody that will be there for them to say, I am here for you. If you've got a problem, come and speak to me.
Just to, in the interest of time, I want to look at the solutions now. How do we help that boy child?
So I think, as I've said, we need to love them.
Yeah.
Love them, give them same opportunities as an individual. Remove gender. If we can love the boys, give them opportunities to become what they want to become. That would be the solution.